And welcome to today's episode of the Peak Physique Podcast. The Peak Physique Podcast is a podcast for adults who want to get their fire back. So today is episode 43, and I'm really excited about this one because I think it's going to help some of you out there make some breakthroughs in your weight loss if that's what you're trying to do here. So the title's a little lengthy. The one thing you need to do more of if you want to lose weight. So I've been a trainer now for over 15 years, and I see this common mistake a lot, which is why I decided to bring this up on the podcast. Because again, I think there's probably a lot of you out there that are doing this very thing. And if you can, put together the willpower to do what I'm about to ask you to do, you might really see that weight loss starting to happen in a big, big way. So first of all, I think if you're one of those people out there right now who's really just not seeing big numbers of weight loss on the scale, I think the problem is you're just not in a caloric deficit enough to actually tap into your fat. So first, let's talk about fat. Fat is tough to tap into. It's not living tissue. That's why, if you hold your fat in a specific area, say you're outside for a long time and you touch that area, like for me, I hold most of it right in my stomach. That's why if you've been outside for a while, that's cold. There's no blood flow there. It's just where you store excess tissue. So it's really, really hard to get in there and start using that as energy. Your body's simply tapping into what you're consuming in food most of the time and not getting into that tissue. So it takes a 3,500 calorie deficit to lose 1 pound of fat. Now, most of us aren't doing that in a few short days. We're winning this battle with our caloric consumption and caloric loss, by 100, 200, 500 calories a day. So, over a stretch of, 5 to 25 days, we're losing that pound. And the thing of it is, sometimes I think we're probably estimating or underestimating how many calories we're eating and then not burning enough calories to make up for it. So that's why maybe the calorie or the weight isn't coming off as fast as you'd like. Another thing, it takes 14 hours of fasting or not eating to hit ketosis. And ketosis is where your body has fully digested food and it starts using your fat stores for energy. So again, it's really, really hard to lose that fat. You have to work your butt off. And if you're doing it every single day with trying to create a caloric deficit, you got a hard battle because all it takes is a couple of bad decisions on the weekend for you to be 2,000 plus in the calorie department, and you've almost gained a pound in just a few days or a day even in itself. If you're listening to this and thinking that's hard to do, trust me, it's not. If you're a person who likes to eat pizza like myself, all you got to do is eat 2 or 3 extra pieces, and we're talking about gaining an extra 1,000 calories in the day, especially on the weekend when we might not be moving as much as we normally do during a weekday when we're in our routine. So again, tough to tap into that. Those daily battles where you're winning the calories in, calories out are not going to get you there fast. And for a lot of you, that's going to make you lose interest in doing this whole thing because you're killing your body working out, you're sore all the time, and the scale's not moving. So you're like, why the heck am I doing this? Well, I have a solution. I did this with a client last year. They lost 30 pounds in 6 months. And this was a person I've been working with now for 6 years. And I hate to admit it, but for the most part in that 6 years, they were just gaining weight. Some of that was muscle, but a lot of that was we were trying things like creating a caloric deficit on a day-to-day basis. And he just wasn't making great choices enough to actually win that battle. But last year we decided to try this out, and it really, really worked for him. He was happy about it. Every Monday he'd come into the gym ready to step on the scale because there was a possibility he lost anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds. So here's what I'm going to suggest: a once a week, 24-hour fast. The reason that this kind of popped into my head recently was my wife and I decided Monday and Tuesday last week to completely fast from food and just consume electrolyte water and bone broth. And I was really feeling that feeling of ketosis at hour 14, and it just made a light bulb pop off in my head. I don't think it's really that hard to fast for 24 hours once a week. If my client that I'm talking about who lost 30 pounds can do it, I think most of you can, because he's a big lover of food, and he was really able to establish a good pattern with it after just a few weeks. Like the first week or two were tough, but your body adjusts. And what he was doing is he was starting his fast on Sunday night after dinner, so roughly 7 o'clock Sunday night, and then he wasn't eating anything until Monday at 7 p.m. So boom, there you go, 24 hours. It doesn't sound like much, maybe when I say it that way, but you're in ketosis and consuming your fat as energy for 10 hours in that 24-hour window of time. And if you're doing that in a month, that's 40 to 50 hours of time that you're in ketosis. Trust me, if you're in ketosis that long, you're going to see some pounds coming off, as long as you're making good food decisions when you are eating. If I was to take this route myself, I would probably still choose to fast on those days that I'm not doing the 24-hour fast for at least a 12 or 14-hour window. Better yet, 16, so at least you're still hitting ketosis a little bit. But again, this is going to help you lose weight if you're stuck. So do me a favor, give this a try for a month if you haven't been seeing the weight loss that you want to see. Devote yourself to it. Insist that you will not cheat at all, because the minute you eat anything inside of that 24-hour window, ketosis is done. So you have to stick with it. But give this a try for a month. And again, make sure that you're eating clean on the days that you're not doing the 24-hour fast, because that'll screw up all your results if you're getting big caloric intakes and not really burning a lot of calories on those other days. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes. You can find my email in the description section here. Email me and let me know if you're not a member of the gym, if you're seeing good results from this. And if you're in the Milwaukee area and you're looking for a gym to work out at and a coach to guide you along the way, again, my email's in the description. Send me an email. We'll get you set up. Anyways, thanks for watching, listening whenever you did. Hope to see you on the next one.